Villese playing as the Gurjaras here. Very strong civilization. Have they fallen off slightly in terms of popularity since their nerf? We haven't seen them picked like first like they used to be in the recent tournaments like T90 Titans League or Jordan's Medieval Brawl. They used to be like just an insta-ban. But these days, no. As it looks like Dogao is going to open with the Japanese, with men-at-arms. Men-at-arms into archers. Japanese infantry attacking faster, of course, which will definitely put them in a good position to deal with the cavalry of the Gurjaras, right? The Shravamsha riders. The camels will get absolutely shredded by either the halberdier or just the regular infantry. But the Gurjaras obviously do have the Chakram thrower, their unique unit, which we talked about earlier, which recently was nerfed but buffed against infantry. So this can get tasty in a hurry. And let's see. True, like MBL versus Yo, Gurjaras were neither picked nor banned. I didn't know that, but yeah. They're just not as popular anymore. I think it's a combination of the nerf and also they've just been kind of figured out. Maybe. So, yeah. I have to give credit to the devs for that, right? It would be very, like, the devs might know, because obviously the devs know a lot about the game. They might know in their head, like, yeah, it seems like they're OP, but it's just because people don't know how to counter them. They don't know how to play around them. But when they do, they won't need to be touched. And maybe they've found the sweet spot with the Gurjaras already with a very slight nerf. So there you go. Fair play to the devs. Okay, if that's the case. I'm mind reading multiple people with that statement, but I think they deserve some credit for that. The Civ wasn't nerfed that much, it's just people got better at dealing with them. And that's the way it should be, right? If you just nerf Civs because people are having a tough time against them, you remove the ability for people to learn and strategize in real time. And it's a real-time strategy game, guys. So yeah, I like that. I like that the devs stuck to their guns. Can the Hindustanis be figured out? No. Too strong. Let's see. Okie dokie. Dogao has been pushed back by skirmishers, so yeah. Nice. It's been a bit of a similar opening to the last game, right? Men-at-arms into archers, into skirm defense. Yeah, everyone just kind of sitting back and waiting for Castle Age. Villese, I don't know that much about Dogao as like terms of style. I've heard it said that he kind of plays meta but doesn't take too many risks. I think Hera said that on his stream that someone asked him like what's stopping Dogao from, you know, being in the top whatever, winning tournaments, getting to semi-finals and S-tier finals even. And he said he plays very solid, but Hera was saying that Doubt said you have to take risks, and Hera agreed with Doubt that you need to take risks at the top level because everyone is so good at playing standard just because that, like, in order to shake it up and to try and get an advantage, you need to take a risk. And Dogao apparently doesn't do that. Villese, on the other hand, I don't know if he takes risks, but it just works for him anyway, playing super meta. He always tries to get to 3 TCs. And yeah, so two, I guess, meta players coming up against each other. But I prefer Villese. I think, well, in terms of like finishing in tournaments, he's better, right? Joe just says that because he likes castle drops. Fair enough. Maybe Dogao needs to do more castle drops. Maybe that's what's holding him back. I mean, castle drops are a serious strat if done properly. It's like the definition of high risk, high reward, basically a castle drop. Like, leave aside the whole thing, like if it gets denied or not. Even if it goes up, it can still be a throw. If it's done at the wrong time or in the wrong place. So yeah, castle dropping is high risk. Sometimes reward. Okay. Dogao gonna open with cavalry. Okay. So doesn't want to go for I like this from Dogao. Thinking a few steps ahead here. He doesn't open archers. He opens cavalry instead. Okay, he's getting the archer upgrade now, but forget about that. He opens cavalry. He clears up this army, which is mostly skirmisher. which forces his opponent into camels, castle age, let's say, then he goes for the win with infantry in the transition to imperial age. That's his game plan, I think. So he's open with a few knights, but now he's going Balkan and crossbow as well. Okay, never mind. But he'll need the knights to deal with the skirm, so it's going to be camel skirm versus crossbow knight, so that's interesting. Dogao was most known for being very good on water. Okay, okay. Fair enough. But that might have changed too. Okay, I have no idea. I have no idea. My like top water people is like Jordan. Because like Jordan plays when GL play team games, Jordan always takes water on Nomad and nearly always wins it. Nikov, I think, is very good on water. Yeah, that's it. That's all I know. Okay. Crossbow here. This is a really interesting composition. Because obviously you'd expect the double gold to just be better. And I guess in a way it is. But it's like a double counter at the same time, so yeah. It's interesting. Based on how the players are behaving, red is retreating with camel skirm and knight crossbow is coming forward, so I guess that tells you something. Okay. And yeah, it's this double gold composition to deal with camel skirm that we've seen in my games as the Byzantines. Which maybe is just the way to go, but getting that balance is tough. Like, you need to really arrive in Castle Age with some crossbow to upgrade, or with some archers to upgrade to crossbow and then make knights. It's like, it's tough. Dogao will definitely have his work cut out to get a win here, but I like this opening. I like this opening. Okay. I don't think the Japanese can go too wrong with a pike siege push. Pike siege with some champions sprinkled in. That might be an option. But right now they're just going to dance around each other. Villese has got a second TC up. He has the villager lead. Dogao is streaming the knights in. Look at this. 5 knights on the way. Doesn't look like he has husbandry yet as he's getting ballistics. So maybe he feels he needs to put on some pressure and get a forward siege position. Maybe on this hill would be ideal. Certainly has the army advantage right now. Yeah, Villese is kind of moving around with his army. You can see these guys, but still was moving around kind of weirdly. And we're going to look for any forward villagers for Dogao here. So he's come forward with siege here. Okay. I mean, the siege will get up onto this hill. It'll start at the bottom, but anyway. Okay, as camels come in. Archers trying to pick off the camel. Knights trying to pick off the skirmishers. The knights are just +1. As everyone's going to run back here. So maybe an even trade there in the eyes of both players. Dogao obviously just wants to buy time to get the siege out. Siege will obviously attack the TC. Also counter the skirms. Okay. Let's see. As Villese has gone for a third TC back here. Okay. So let's see if Villese can survive. If he can survive this kind of wave of pressure, his eco is going to be much better and he might just take the game. But Dogao making 2 mangonels, getting the wood upgrade now. And yeah. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Okay, monks now for Villese. The last few Gurjara games I've watched. Nice TC shot. Yeah. Very, very tasty shot. Almost as nice as the crop shot. The last few Gurjara games I've seen, Shirvamshas have just not come into the game at all. Not at all. Okay, as Dogao has ballistics, so he'll be able to snipe villagers over these walls. And Villese, or not, yeah, Villese kind of struggling here. He's going to go for Redemption. That can change things. Excuse me. Redemption can definitely change things, as it looks like this TC will die. Villese not even trying to repair it, so maybe he's just saying, I have 2 TCs behind this. Dogao was probably all in, so I'm still ahead even if I lose this TC. It's just a few farms and some wood. I have plenty of safe wood, safe res back here, so yeah. Looks bad, but it might not actually be bad at all for Villese here. Okay, as he's actually going to try and save it now. He's starting to repair. Monk's trying to get some conversions. If these mangonels get converted, it's big. No Sanctity. Oh, one gets converted. Big shot. Takes out the other mangonel. Okay. Okay. Needs to go for the archers. I wonder if Villese tried to click the archers there, it would have been better. Okay. TC's still alive, but there's a fresh mangonel here doing some work. It's tough. It's a tough hold here for Villese. But behind this, he's doing well. Eco is very nice. Farm placements, pretty good. Obviously has the sheep garrisoned in the mill, getting that trickle of food. Nice bonus there for the Gurjaras. Chain barding armor on the way for Villese. Okay. 81 bills for him, 58 for Dogao. Yeah, like even if he loses this position, it's still fine. Where are his golds? This is his main gold, is it? And that's his other secondary, and his other gold is back here. Okay, okay. Very safe res here. As he is 5 on stone. Dogao is heavy on stone, and villagers are coming forward. No, it's knights. I got excited. Villagers are coming forward. There it is. He wants to go for a castle. I mean, if he can take this position and get a castle here, it's tasty. A castle here is also nice. As Villese got a conversion there and took out some crossbow. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. In terms of farms, Villese's on 21, Dogao on 17, as it is going to be a castle on this hill. I mean, it controls this TC, but this TC is maybe going to fall anyway. I don't think Villese is going to be debated into a fight which he can't win. So I think he just accepts that this position is lost and goes back, and that's what he's doing. Yeah, not going to throw his army. Villese way too good for that. As the villagers are just going to come back and drop a TC on the stone. Okay, he's going to have to give up this gold. Yeah, but it's definitely damage. I mean, we're saying Villese is reacting well, but still is a lot of damage. So let's see. Got a new beer that I've never tried before. It's always hit and miss whether you get a good one. The one I drank last week tasted like washing detergent or some shit. It's like, what is this? Anyway, the one I have now is very nice. There's a happy ending to the story. Okay. Any beer people watching, you can sponsor my stream. I will do it. Okay. Knights diving for the Vills. Still no +2. But picking off a few Vills while they can and then running back. Lots of weak Knights here, which are going to go down to the TC. As, yeah, Dogao changing the point of attack here over to this TC. Villese almost with enough res to drop a castle. Dogao with his forward castle now, which is kind of doing nothing now, right? I mean, it will be nice to have it for later on, but he's not anywhere near getting to Imp as he's dropping TC number 3 over here. So adding TCs behind this, but he's 30 villagers behind, so it's no bueno for him at all. Okay. Monk's going down. Mangonel gets converted. Okay, Dogao defends that pretty well. Right, gold shaft mining coming in now for Dogao. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Camel's going to dive for the mangonel. And now they can just go back. Yeah. As we have a tower coming from Villese. Okay, and Villese is on the way up to Imp. With 100 vills. Has enough stone for a castle. Where should he place it? This hill is okay. It's a nice choke point. But he doesn't know if Dogao is close to clicking up as well. Because Dogao dropped this this castle. Villese probably thinks that Dogao is on the way up, but he's going to drop a castle here anyway. Cheeky samurai on the field for Dogao now. Okay. Right. Okay. Dogao's army caught out of position over here, and the castle will go up. Samurai being produced now. I guess samurai will obviously shred skirmishers. They'll do fine against camels as well, I guess. Gurjara camels doing extra bonus damage, but that's not really relevant to the samurai. Okay. Samurai gets converted. Have you ever seen a Gurjara samurai? This might be the first time ever. Fantastic. Okay. University on the way now for Villese. Why the university? Wants to get chemistry. Do Gurjaras get bombard cannons? Was that nerfed recently? Can't remember. Okay. They do. Okay. I think there was calls for that to be nerfed, but maybe they just didn't do it. In fact, yes, I remember people saying it's stupid that they get bombard cannon as well. They're already strong enough. But I guess not. I guess not. So good call by the devs. As we have ballistics on the way, so he wants to keep it for his skirms. Okay. Now it's getting a good raid back here. Attacking a farm, now attacking Villese. Okay. They do? Okay. Okay. Thanks, Rooster. As chemistry is now on the way. Okie dokie. We've entered the late game, and Dogao is making the decision to make stables. All he sees is skirm. Right? 3 camels, 2 monks, trebs, and skirm, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, he has to be thinking in his head, I can't let this become an infantry game for me, because I just get shredded by the chakrams. So he is gonna go Archer Light Cav, which seems reasonable. As it looks like Dogao is going to lose this castle. He's repairing it with Villese, but he's not going to win the Treb War here anyway. He doesn't have another castle. Has enough stone kind of for a castle, but he's repairing this one and losing that stone. Okay, interesting, interesting. Let's see. It's going to be skirm for Villese. Skirm camel doesn't seem terrible idea to me, as we saw him make a hand cannoneer for a second. Did you guys see that? I don't know if that was a misclick, but yeah, he was queuing a hand cannoneer, then cancelled it. So maybe he's expecting infantry, but he's gonna get cavalry in his face. Gonna be that double gold comp, arbalest and cavalry, heavy cavalry. So let's see. Let's see. Villese has a massive eco. Do Shravamshas become an option now? As he just got light cap, okay. Shravamshas is a raiding option. Also, not going to be terrible against the archers, right? Definitely going to be a nice meat shield at least, as Arbalest and Bracer are on the way. I think Dogao realizes he's losing this castle, but just wants to buy himself some time, as there are raids happening down here. Skirmisher raids being cleaned up by Lightcav. I think this is more of a scouting party than anything for Villese, as he's getting handcart now and dropping a lovely castle over here. Lovely safety castle. Yeah, so he has like a castle for each part of his eco. Kind of. This is a bit vulnerable, but I think he's fine, as he is going for a hand cannoneer. Hand cannoneer skirm and hussar. Yeah. Villese's thinking here is my skirms counter the arbalest. Hussar will Do okay against the Arbalest, kind of in big numbers. Also be a good meat shield and raiding. Then the hand cannoneers, in case there's an infantry switch. Just in case. Like he's expecting an infantry switch. Villese being very afraid of playing his strong cavalry here. And I think a big bunch of Stravamshas in the eco could be absolutely lethal. Let's see. It is Dogao that's pushing though. And Villese just being patient here. He has cleared up the castle that was on this hill. And now he's taking a fight. And yeah, Arbalest doing well here. Arbalest doing very well. Skirms don't get the last armor for... Sorry. Skirms don't get the last armor for Gurjaras. As we have heavy... No. Thought about heavy camel, then cancelled it. Elite Shravamsha, there we go. He thought about camel and then changed his mind to Shravamsha. And I think that's the play. As Dogao is going halberdier. Elite Elephant Archer. Did he cancel Shravamsha? He did. No way the upgrade comes in that quickly. So it's going to be Elite Elephant Archer. Holy shit. He cancelled 3 times. So we see the thought process of Villese. Insane. What? He queued Camel first, then changed his mind and went for Shravamsha, then changed his mind and went for Elite Elephant Archer. Oh, yeah. This is great. This is great insight. So Villese playing on the edge of his adaptability, let's say. Fantastic. Fantastic. Don't see that very often. That's really cool. Okay. Villese gonna go Bombard Cannon Elephant Archer. Which is gonna be a good counter to Arbalest. And a good counter to Halberdier, right? Depending on the numbers. As there is a light cav raid back here. And yeah, he's gonna just raid with Hussar. Okay. Yeah, he already had Hussar, so... I mean, Shravamsha would be slightly better, but he already has the Hussar upgrade. And to get the equal value or more value with the Shravamsha, he'd have to get the Elite upgrade. He already has Hussar, so he's just gonna spam Hussar. 60 farms, and try and build up a big mass of Elephant Archers. Oh my goodness. Although with no Parthian, no last armor, it's not as good versus ARP. Okay. I think it's still gonna... Yeah, not as good. I think it's gonna still be fine. Very tanky boys. And now the option for Dogao is Skirm. Again, and he's getting the armor. He's gonna go Skirm. But then there's the Bombard Cannons to deal with the Skirm and the Hussar. Did Villese just make the like massive pro player IQ composition decision that won the game? Like, it's so cool. That's so cool. Okay. Castle coming up for Villese now as we have Kshatriyas. Did we have this already today and I already forgot what it does? Is this the units cost less food? I think it is. And we get Frontier Guards. I think Frontier Guards is like borderline OP as a upgrade. Let me check what it is. Yeah, Kshatriya's military units cost 25% less food. Frontier Guards, Camel Riders, and Elephant Archers plus 4 melee armor. Plus 4. Okay. As Elephant Archers are doing a job here. Lycav come in for the Bombard Cannons. Okay, they get them. Halberdier taking some shots, but they're gonna melt here. Oh my god. Thanks, Rooster. It's really not that good. When your opponent is spamming Halberdier and Lycav into your elephants, I think it might be kind of useful, no? Doesn't help versus Halb. Oh, okay. They beat Knights anyway? Okay. Oh, for camels. Right. Lycav just a meat shield. I think elephants are going to win the game here. We're seeing one of the rare occasions when elephants are the option and win a game. Okay. Treb trying to take out the Bombard Cannon. The Bombard Cannon going to take out the Treb. Oh, Villese microing this Bombard Cannon. That's what he's focused on now. As the castle is staying up for now. Dogao still has plenty of stone. He has 118 vills. He's still producing. There is a Hussar back here. As Villese is taking in relics. Relic number 4. Frontier guards are really good in camel versus camel. Okay, okay. As Villese is getting siege elephant. Is there some raid happening here? No, it's a light cab attacking an outpost. Okay. Right. As the Arbalists are just charging to their doom here. I think that's a misclick from Dogao. And he's lost the castle. The Hussar run in. It's GG. Huge. Huge game. What a game of Age of Empires. That was fantastic. I knew that would be interesting. Fantastic.